Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Well, good morning. It's Friday, December 6th, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. You know, yesterday I had a 7 a.m. dental appointment. Yes, my dentist, Morabito Family Dentistry over in West Annapolis, has hours that early, and I'll tell you, it's wonderful. But as I was slogging through that traffic on Forest Drive, I was so thankful that I work for myself and mostly from home and don't need to deal with a commute every day. And if you do, I feel for you. Anyhow, it's time for the news, so shall we? The Anne Arundel County Fire Department has charged a Glen Burnie man with multiple offenses, including second-degree malicious burning and possession of a prohibited flamethrower. The charges stem from an incident which he allegedly burned the words Trump and USA into a roadway maintained by the Creekside Village Homeowners Association using a flamethrower. Investigators were able to identify the suspect through a TikTok video documenting the act that was posted by his wife. One Life Fitness is expanding in Greater Baltimore with a new location planned for the Annapolis Mall. The gym is going to occupy 55,000 square feet of the soon-to-be-closed JCPenney space, offering amenities like an indoor saltwater pool, saunas, cardio, and strength training areas, and much more. Memberships range from $39 to $49 a month. The location is set to open by late 2025 or maybe early 2026. And in other Annapolis Mall news, after a few false starts, and yes, I am looking at you at Silver Star Diner and Cane's Chicken, the former Applebee's will now become a World of Beer location. No date on an opening, but if I had to guess, maybe by the Super Bowl. But that may also be a bit aggressive on my part. Here's your last call. Arundel Federal Savings Bank is wrapping up its 22nd annual holiday toy drive, which will continue through December 8th. Donations of new and unwrapped toys are being collected at all bank branches, and they benefit the children right here in Anne Arundel County. The Annapolis Symphony Orchestra is doing something different this year and is going to present its annual Holiday Pops concert at 2 locations next weekend. Performances are scheduled for December 13th, yes, that's Friday the 13th, at Maryland Hall, and Saturday, December 14th at Severna Park High School, which actually has a larger auditorium, marking the first time that a matinee show has been added. The program does feature holiday classics and innovative symphonic arrangements with Annapolis native Catherine Sanford Schrock as the featured soloist. Tickets are available, and there aren't too many, through the ASO's website, which is annapolissymphony.org, and there are discounted student tickets offered as well. All right, it's Friday, so we need to check out some events happening this weekend. All weekend long, let me just remind you, Lights on the Bay. It's a festive drive-through light display at Sandy Point State Park running from 5 to 9 p.m. daily. Admission is $20 per carload, so pack as many people in there as you possibly can, and the proceeds do benefit the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Tomorrow, SOFO's Photos with Santa. You can meet Santa Claus and enjoy festive music and refreshments at Station 8, which is the Annapolis Neck Fire Station at 991 Bay Ridge Road. That goes from 10 a.m. till noon. Over in West Annapolis, they're having their holiday market where you can shop for gifts, enjoy hot chocolate, and meet Santa. Yes, he's going to go from one firehouse all the way over to the other one in West Annapolis. That goes from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., and that's going to be at 20 Ridgely Avenue. There's a big parking lot there. If a bar crawl is more your speed, the 4th Annapolis Santa Stroll is happening. It's a bar crawl featuring festive costumes, drink specials, and support for local families in need. It does run from 12:30 to 7 p.m. in downtown Annapolis. Tickets will include a free Santa hat. The Naval Academy Glee Club, Annapolis Symphony Orchestra, and the Metropolitan Opera soloists will present a special concert of Handel's Messiah at the Naval Academy's main chapel at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Tickets are $25 to $50. And Live Arts Maryland's Holiday Concert is going to feature vocalist Derek Davis and pianist Mark Berman. They're going to perform at Live Arts Maryland Studio in the Annapolis Mall at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $30 with discounts available. Sliding into Sunday, Heroes Holiday Market. This one's always a lot of fun. Again, over in West Annapolis. Boy, we've got a lot of West Annapolis stuff this weekend. Enjoy food, drinks, and shopping from 35 different local vendors at Heroes Pub from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Again, that's Sunday. Proceeds do support Hurricane Helene recovery efforts. Again, in West Annapolis, the Italian Christmas Market, hosted by the Sons and Daughters of Italy from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's going to feature specialty Italian foods, an Italian cafe, and Babbo Natale for photos. Admission to that one is free. There is another shot to catch Handel's Messiah. It is a repeat performance of the Naval Academy's acclaimed concert. That's at 3 p.m. on Sunday, again in the main chapel. And remember, looking into next weekend, the ASO Holiday Pops concerts. You can celebrate that season with the nearly sold-out performances. I was checking. There's not too many tickets left, so go get them now. You can get them at AnnapolisSymphony.org. And once again, the shows are Friday, December 13th at Maryland Hall. That's at 7:30 p.m. and Saturday, December 14th at Severna Park High. You want to be sure to catch our local business spotlight this Saturday at noon. This week, Dr. Robert Graw talks bison. Yes, the founder of Nighttime Pediatrics also runs a bison farm in Davidsonville. That is going to drop at noon on Saturday. And today on Canines and Crosstreks, we meet Mello, which is spelled M-E-L-O, a little bit weird, but he's an 11-year-old West Highland Terrier who is so chill and cuddly. You want to listen to our spot now and then check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon for some irresistible photos and get all of the information on how you can adopt Mello. And again, don't forget that we have our daily newsletter that features only the top local news stories of the day. We do send it out to your email inbox at 7 p.m. every night, all without a paywall. It's perfect for keeping up with the weekend's news since we don't release a DNB on Saturday or Sunday. And here's a link right here in the show notes for you to subscribe if you aren't already. All right, that's it. Now it is time to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I do hope that we add some value to your world. And if we do, please leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Scout and Molly's. It is Friday, the weekend is here, and now it is time just to say have a great weekend. Be nice to others, do something fun, and keep shopping local. And that's really important. Now hang tight because DCMDVA Weather is here, bringing you the only locally forecasted weather report you'll find, and then Canines and Crosstreks. All of that's coming your way in just a minute.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, December 6th. Yesterday was a cold and windy one for the Annapolis region, and today will bring more of the same, though not quite as windy. But the weekend ahead should be nice on the whole, with a good chance of rain, then to follow Monday through Wednesday of next week. Look for sunny highs today, near 40 degrees with breezy winds out of the northwest, gusting over 20 or 25 miles per hour at times, with more sunshine expected all weekend, with highs in the 40 to 45 degree range on Saturday, followed by low to mid 50s 4 p.m. highs on Sunday. As for next week, some rain is likely each day, Monday through Wednesday, with temps in the 50s for afternoon highs and maybe even 60s a couple of days ahead of a return of late week sunshine and colder temps back down into the 40s. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
So how was the Thanksgiving dinner?
It was good.
And yours?
Wonderful. It was absolutely delicious.
Mine too. Now I'm glad. I really love getting into the holidays, and then I love getting out of them.
Right.
So this is like a checkbox. It's checked off. But
We've got, but we're not out of them yet. We are we are past the point of no return. That's what Thanksgiving is. You're like,
and it's late this year, so we're like right in the thick of now.
I know. Now I'm sitting here thinking. I mean, December 6th. That means if my math is right, there's 19 days. Like, ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, better get out there and
I got
shopping.
And get off my butt and do something.
It's time.
Got to do something. That's for sure. Hey, it's stressful for everybody. People, stressful for animals too.
It is stressful because, they have people coming in and out, and it's so weird because before I left, we were getting some incoming calls, and I realized that's what we're there for. But people had called and said, oh, my dog growled at one of my relatives on Thanksgiving, so we need to surrender. So this is when we get the most surrenders, because I don't know if people are overly anxious or stressed or high anxiety, because of the holidays, but a lot of people make decisions to give up their animals at this time.
So you should have told them, should have said, well, your relatives.
Exactly. So it's really
give up a dog for a lifetime or a relative for like a dinner.
For the one time a year they come visit.
And I feel
maybe they should come around. Maybe they should come around more often.
Yes, that's what it is.
The animal can get used to them.
Great, they don't visit enough. But yeah, so it's kind of sad though, because our incoming is such an uptick in incoming between Thanksgiving and New Year's.
That makes me mad.
Me too.
Any tips for keeping the dogs and cats stress-free?
Well, we always recommend that if they're meeting a lot of people they don't know and you're just not sure how they're going to be, because even a dog that's super nice all the time might just get too stressed. Yeah. So put them in a bedroom where they're used to being in or something, and just kind of do something that they're not in the middle of everything all day long, because that gets to the humans, so it's got to get to the dogs, like you said. It's going to happen.
Oh, it certainly does. It certainly does. We don't talk about the Ascents too much here at Subaru on Canines and Crosstreks.
I don't know why.
Well, there was a review, and they said they did a review of the Ascent way back when, and said he did the touring one, which is the high-end one. Said it is Subaru Ascent, like its brand siblings, is a perfect family car if you need 3 rows, even if the 3rd row is just for occasional use. Lots of interior space for passengers and cargo, with the added security of all-wheel drive, along with the company's reputation for quality and reliability. Perfect family car for the same reasons. And in the touring trim, it is borderline a luxury vehicle. Says this means the Subaru Ascent Touring is ready for virtually any road conditions. A Subaru trademark.
Wow.
I couldn't agree more. You got to throw in there, it's got 19 cup holders.
19
cup holders.
Yeah. It's a 7-passenger vehicle, right?
Yeah.
So if we've got 7 and we're each double fisting.
Yeah.
It's a party machine.
Cup holders.
It is a party machine.
Yeah, a lot of cup holders. A lot of times those cup holders with kids turn into little trash receptacles.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Her little wrapper can hold around. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hold my sauce for my Chick-fil-A nuggets. No, the Ascents are wonderful. They're, when they came out with that car in 2019, we were really excited about it, and we still are, because, we didn't have anything that a family of 5 or a family of 6 could comfortably fit in.
Sure.
Especially families with pets, right? So if you have, 2 kids and a pet, sometimes even a 5-passenger car can be feel a little small. So the Ascent gives you that option to have those extra seats in the back if you need them. Seats are a 60-40 split, so you can even have one down and one up and, fit one person back.
You can take your 2x4s with you.
Exactly. It's got the turbo engine, which is really torquey, really.
Well, it's funny. The review said it was talking about it can take any road conditions, which is a Subaru trademark.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, while not a Subaru tradition, this Ascent had the ability to get up and go.
Oh man, yeah, no, it's the same engine that's in the Outback Tourings or the Outback XTs. It's good. It's got a lot of torque.
Yeah, he said 60 in 6.8 seconds, which I don't know exactly what that means, but that seems pretty fast to me. Like, it's not like you want to go too much faster than that. And it outperformed the government recommendation for mileage for him. Got 24.9 miles per gallon.
There you go.
And it was only rated at 21.
What is the price range of those compared to?
It's very comparable, depending upon the trim level that you go with. It's going to be in the, mid to upper 40s.
I mean, it's your most expensive car. It's also your largest car. I mean,
but aside from the Solterra, it's the most expensive car.
It's less money than most of what you would consider your competitors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really competitive in terms of what you get, the value that you get for the price that you pay.
Sure.
It's
sure.
Yeah, and it's got the symmetrical all-wheel drive like all the other cars. So acclimate weather. Hopefully we don't get too much snow this year. But
I was looking at Teresa's owner's manual and the Starlink thing because I geeked. I really have a bug up my butt about all the things that come out today that don't have owner's manuals. I mean, like the cell phones. This cell phone probably does a gazillion things that I think would be really cool, but I have no idea that it does it. But I love that there's a manual, so I'm looking through it. But I was looking at that Starlink thing, and not that I have a use for it, but you've got the concierge thing where you can have them like make reservations for you and like hotels.
Didn't realize.
But you don't have the concierge. That one's a little more expensive.
Well, isn't that an add-on?
It's an add-on. Yeah, it's a monthly subscription.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got that, I mean, you can, and it'll send you directions right to your thing, but it also has remote start.
Yep. You can get that on the first upgrade package. I think it's like $139 for 3 years.
And then it'll heat your seats or your car and everything else up there. They said it has the ability for kid control for speed.
Oh yeah.
They didn't call it kid, so if your kid's doing
spouse control for
speed. It has boundary time, so you can say you can go out, but you can't go to Baltimore and drink. So as soon as it's like,
what does it do? Shut down? It's midnight and the car shuts down.
He should have me and John already had a conversation about this. So he's geofenced a few places around a few shopping centers in this area that he knows if you go into.
Yeah, there you go.
No, it's a great that you brought that up because a lot of parents who are, their kids are starting to drive. Today's world, it's a little nerve-wracking to have your kid out there, and and my dad used to just buy a car for a couple $100 and be like, here you go, best of luck, and then when that breaks down or something would happen, a couple $100 to get another one, right? But all these cars are so safe now. It's I couldn't imagine putting my child or my kids when they start driving anything but a Subaru. And you can set it up to where if they exceed a certain speed, you get a notification if they go outside of a radius or set radius that you set. It'll send you a notification,
and it sends it to the car too. So I mean, the kid goes like, "We just narked on you."
Warning!
For your mom downdoors.
Turn around.
They did any sort of accident or anything like that. It'll send a notification right away, so you're really able to. You don't want to sit there and watch every move that somebody's making, but it's just that kind of extra peace of mind knowing that your new driver, you have all of this. Okay, they made it to school. Okay, well, they made it to their friend's house. Okay.
I had a roommate in college that had, and I don't know whether you would know this model. Was there a Subaru, possibly like a Model XT? It was sort of wedge shaped. It was very much similar like the Triumph TR7, but it had the speed control thing for parents. And this is going back into 1985. But it was a key. It was like the concierge key.
So it was like a governor.
And you turned in and it was like, boom, no matter how hard you pushed on that accelerator, it was 55 miles an hour.
Yep. The whole cart played a golf cart at a golf course.
I mean, it no matter what. It was great for the time. And I mean, it was his car. So, I mean, he didn't have it. But I mean, it was kind of a neat, as I thought, none of us were thinking about kids back then. But it was like, wow, that would be a great idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Because they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what it feels like to go 80 miles an hour or 85 miles an hour. And with these cars these days, you gotta be careful. You look down and you're like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I'm flying.
Well, that has to do with a lot of the insulation. I mean, your cars are very quiet.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of road noise and stuff like that, unless you're off-roading. Then, of course, we're running over curbs and stuff like that. Then there's a little bit of noise, but there's a little bit of shades.
That's it. That's right.
We're thrown over to Kelly.
That's all to John. It's okay.
And how are Lights and Leashes going? You guys seeing huge lines? I've not been there yet. I'm going to go this week.
Lights on the Bay is doing absolutely fabulous.
Oh, that's right.
And
Lights on the Bay.
Yes, it's okay. But we're actually getting a much bigger turnout than we usually do. Because usually the first week's a little bit slow. Thanksgiving and stuff is busy. But this past week has been crazy busy, which is great. We have hundreds and hundreds of cars going through. So,
well, obviously midweek is probably a better time to go.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're always better.
Are Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve are some of the, I'll say, the worst days to go for traffic wise?
They're super busy, and Fridays and Saturdays are busy. So we encourage people Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Wednesday it starts to get crowded.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's right there at Sandy Point State Park. And if you're coming west over the Bay Bridge, you certainly can see it there. But it'll entice you to come on in and explore the 2.5 miles.
That's right. Lots of fun.
Of lights. And I can't wait to get out there and see what's new. I haven't been bad yet. I do know there's a Forester up there.
But there is a Forester up there.
But what's really nice is somebody who was a longtime volunteer and donor to the SPCA just donated. Well, she passed away. So in her trust, she left that the SPCA got her Subaru.
Really?
Yes. So, which is really, really sweet and generous of her to do.
Wow.
So
that is amazing.
Yeah.
That's really cool because
I'm so sorry to hear that she passed. That is what a nice thing.
And it's a Forester. So.
Okay. Well, thanks for that's awesome. We'll check it out for you. Make sure that everything is operating.
I know she was looking forward to sharing that with us and us using it. So we will absolutely use it for transporting animals and doing things, because a lot of times we're going back and forth and staff and volunteers. So it'll be nice because we do have our utility vans, but not everybody's comfortable driving those. So
how much does a wrap cost for a Forester? Have any idea?
It just depends on the graphics and the design.
That's exactly what we were thinking about doing is wrapping it. Yeah.
So,
and it's a real beautiful, a light green. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah. She would love that, knowing that we were going to advertise the SPCA and
that's awesome.
Stuff. Yeah, it's really nice.
You can park it right in front of your new building.
There you go. It'll look beautiful.
We're in December, and we should be able to get in there next week.
That's right.
By the end of the year?
Yeah, it could have come months ago if you just asked.
Okay. Yeah, you know what, John?
I didn't know you wanted to go to the new building.
We're done here. No, we've just been talking about it for, I don't know,
2.5 years.
Few years.
We've been talking about it, and I appreciate your interest.
Yeah,
you should just.
And every time you give us this look that don't ask anymore.
Don't ask again.
Don't.
What dogs are in there?
What are you talking about? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid we might damage it somehow or
no, there's nothing to be afraid of
or something?
The dogs they're barking away. The cats are meowing.
You think that we just deserve to be in your old conference room and that we don't deserve to go to the new facility? I don't understand. I don't get it.
I look forward to giving you guys a great tour.
Is it because the studio that you're building for us for our podcast isn't quite right yet?
The Subaru I on Annapolis studio.
Well, does Mello have a suite over at
Mello? Yeah. So Mello is a fabulous dog, and that's another white fluffy dog. So yay. So Mello's 11 years old, and he is a Westie Terrier, so West Highland Terrier mix.
He's got the coursey hair.
Oh yeah. He's definitely, and he's super friendly. He's actually been our event dog. He went to Lights and Leashes and he had a nice long night at Lights on the Bay, and he did fabulous. He was friendly the whole night through. He rode over on the mobile unit. He had a blast.
Now at 11, he's considered a senior, right?
He is considered a senior, but he does not act like one. Loves to take long walks.
So he's immature.
Energy. He's immature. Exactly. He hasn't grown up yet. But he is. Yeah, and he's always real. Yeah. Exactly. But he always is wagging his tail. Super, super happy dog. And so we're hoping we can get him into a home before Christmas.
Okay. And his name is spelled Melo for those that are looking at the website, even though you guys pronounce it Mello.
Yes. That's what we were told.
Isn't that how you...
Well, we did have a Milo, remember?
Well, you've got Milo, Milo, and Mello.
Milo be with an I?
Yeah, but there was also a Mellow or
A Milo.
Milo with an E, like a long E.
Yeah.
Mellow, I would think Mellow.
Like mellow yellow.
Mellow yellow.
Yeah. They call me Mellow Yellow.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
But he's 11. He's good on leash and good with
He's
people.
got a beautiful
fun.
coat. He's nice and furry, and he has that little Westy look. So online you can see he's.
Westy's okay. I've got a friend of mine that has had them. I mean, she's always has two.
Mhm.
And
Oh yeah,
they're
popular
great.
breed. Yes.
They're great. Mellow is available. You can come visit him at his suite at the new building. We can't.
No,
We're not allowed.
If somebody's listening, they can go. They can go.
no, actually they can't. But that's okay. Not yet.
Oh, you don't have people visiting yet?
Not yet.
So what do you do? What do you do in case if one of the dogs is?
Oh,
over
we're
there?
doing meet and greets. We just bring them
You
in.
just bring him down to the.
Mhm.
Mellow needs a home. So AAC SPCA. Support the Blue Ribbon Project. Buy a Subaru.
Yes.
That would fit on a bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Support the Blue Ribbon Project. Buy a Subaru.
Should have thought of that earlier.
It's not too late, Billy. It's not too late. Still got 3 weeks left to
Bumper sticker production.
But when you come in here, $400 when you buy or lease new Subarus. That doesn't apply to pre-owned or
Right.
certain, like,
Newer. Yep. Just new.
just new. $400, which is a huge amount, goes to the Blue Ribbon Project right up there.
Actually, that would equate to about 4 backpacks of love for them. So
That's-
that's 4 backpacks of car.
That's unbelievable. And I mean, there's such a need for what Taylor and his crew are doing up there in the county. It sucks that there's a need for it. But,
Yeah.
and if you've got a Subaru and you get your service here, every oil change gets $5, and every $5 blue.
$5 is a pair of socks and a toothbrush that goes in the backpack. So
It all helps.
it really does.
You can look or what's in inventory here at Annapolis Subaru at AnnapolisSubaru.com.
Yep.
Or you can come up and peruse. You can even come after hours, and they watch you on the cameras and make sure that.
Come on, we're on. Don't be weird like Kelly and go on Sundays.
the Sunday stalker that I am.
So we will see you guys next week, and hopefully we won't see Mello next week.
He's going to be gone.
Blue is still around, so hopefully he's going to be gone too as well. So that'll be awesome.
Wonderful.
You guys have a good week, and we'll see you as we roll into the final weeks of the year.
Wow. 2025 on its way.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Hi, I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate Scout Molly's, this amazing little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center, and we're here to help. Whether you are shopping for the beautiful ladies on your holiday list or for yourself, we have something stunning for every occasion, from casual to black tie. From the Parade of Lights to New Year's Eve, we have the perfect outfit for every event this year. Scout Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thank you for shopping local.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.